Mr. Shepard, one of the things you said in your answer was that Ms. Newman threatened you. What did she say?
She told me something was going to happen to me. And another time I was sick with COVID, and she said I need to give her my family's information in case something happened to me. And I took that as a threat.
First of all, did you say that?
No, this is what I said, ma'am. I called James once again trying to collect my money because he hasn't paid a dime. And then he tells me, oh, Deb, I'm sick. I got COVID. I said, James, I hate to hear that you got COVID. I said, okay, James, I'll call you in 2 weeks to check and see if you can make a payment. After the 2 weeks of the COVID thing went on, I calls him back. This is when he say I'm threatening him. But it goes back to the statement that I was telling him that God and karma, that's what I told him, that the karma will come back on him. Then he said I was threatening him. He said that. Never threatened him at all.
So that's what you interpreted as the threats, that this is going to come back around on you?
Yes, I take that as a threat, yeah.
All right, are we good?
Yeah.
Just one thing. You are a dynamo.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that I'm accepting full faith because
Yes.
you're so expressive and you're so good and persuasive. I still have to judge your credibility, but is the defendant someone you will deploy?
No.
And she will not cater your
No.
events either.
Okay. All right. The parties are excused while we deliberate in this matter. Thank you both. Go in peace.
Yes, sir.
Actually, I'm intimidated. No, I think certainly the plaintiff is extremely persuasive, and I do think that she's met her burden of proof. Question I have is, do we give her the $300 because it was something the defendant suggested in order as an inducement to get the money, or do we hold her to the 10%?
As much as we like her, I think we have to hold her to the 10%, which would be only $200 of the $300.
Fine. I go along with that. How do you feel?
I will say that the plaintiff was standing in her truth, and when you stand in your truth, you speak with passion and conviction, and that's what we saw today. I don't appreciate the defendant, though. He really did blatantly come into court and lie. You know, it's funny and entertaining to some degree, but it's a serious business.
Right.
Are you saying you didn't believe his story about pulling up on her driveway, handed her $200?
I like you.
Yeah, I like you.
All right, we have a verdict, right?
All right, we have a verdict.
All right.
Yeah. This court is again in session.
All right, we have a verdict. Judge Tawalda kind of gave me an insight into why Ms. Newman so firmly and passionately believes in what she is saying, and that she was giving testimony, if you will, standing on the truth. And that gave you the extra fire to meet your burden of proof in this case. Whereas, Mr. Shepard, there is considerable feeling that you did not stand up for the truth in this case. But we don't have to make that determination as to you. What we need to do is determine whether we believe the plaintiff by a fair preponderance of the evidence. And that's a resounding yes. So our verdict is in your favor for $2,000 for the basis of the loan, but only for $200 because that's the legal amount of interest you could ask of a $2,000 loan. So the verdict is in favor of the plaintiff for $2,200.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.